Sure.
Hey, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good.
Good.
I'm
How are the holidays?
bored. Oh, they were awesome. They were awesome. I got to see everybody. So
Good. Good. Well, if you're bored, you can come on over and help me pack. See my boxes?
oh, did you sell your house?
Yes, we did. Yep. We're moving out.
Did you find gold?
We have to be out January 14th. And we move into our new house January 20th. So, yeah. Yeah. So, anyhow.
So the 6 days, what, you're homeless?
Yeah, we're going to live at Brad's mom's. She's in Arizona, so it doesn't matter.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Yeah, we're moving in, Suzanne.
Hey, then I won't be bored.
Hi, Nikki. Hi, Dodie. Hi, Heather.
Hey, girls.
Hey, everybody. I'm jumping mid. You're moving, Kim?
Yes.
Your place sold?
Yeah,
And you're moving in with your mother-in-law?
Yes, but she's in Arizona,
Awesome.
so it's still just us. I can't believe I didn't say this to some of you, maybe. Yeah, so we
Maybe I missed the last one. I forget.
Yeah. So we're moving all of our stuff into trailers on the 14th, so in less than 2 weeks. And then we'll be a week living at Brad's mom's, and then I can clean this house. And then January 20th, we get possession of our house in town. So yeah, so you can see in the background,
So exciting.
I have boxes. We have been, my office is pretty much completely packed. I have stuff on the floor that some of the kids have to go through, but everything is packed in here, except for the stuff on the wall. And Skylar is on fire in her room, and she's now moved to other areas. And Alita's never really on fire, but she is moving forward. So that's good. Oh.
So did you spend your vacation like sorting and packing?
No, I started yesterday.
Oh, good. That's awesome.
Yeah, don't sort, just pack, go, and unpack as you go, then sort.
Yeah, I'm sorting a lot right now. Actually, I'm not too bad, honestly, because I have moved, I mean, it's been 8 years in this house, but we've moved a couple times. So, yeah, anyway, it's going good. So it's, I just sometimes need a fire under my ass. So it's what I have. So I
all do.
Yeah.
We all need a deadline. Yeah.
That's why we're in this group.
That's right. Right? Exactly. Well, it's
That and many other things, but
yeah, it's so amazing to all of you here. You're all here. That's fantastic. It doesn't happen very often where we're
I got nowhere else to be.
But not Glenda. Maybe she's coming.
No, she's here.
Yeah, she's there.
Oh, I can't see Glenda. I better adjust my screen. Thank you.
There's so many, they don't all fit.
Glenda now.
Hi, Dodie.
Hey, Glenda, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to everyone.
It's awesome. Okay, well, we are going to jump right in because we know that, we'll have lots to share. And we're going to do a check-in and wins from over the holidays. And then we're going to go in and do our meditation for the word of the year. If you already have your word, that's okay. This will help you to become clear on that word and what that word means to you. And yeah, I did it myself yesterday with Gina, with Allison's daughter, because I don't do well doing my own meditations. When I'm doing them, I can't concentrate enough. So I did it yesterday morning, and yeah, it was great. It kind of set me up for being ready for today. So I'm excited, so excited to take you guys through this. So let's do check-in and wins. Go for it.
Kim, what's your word?
I'll tell you after.
Oh, okay. Leaving us hanging. Okay, I'll go first. Okay, so yeah, Christmas was really good. My biggest win, which I don't know if I'll really be able to articulate this, is that I'm starting to understand what some of disharmony or chaos in my body is. And this was the first year where I could be present enough and be like, holy fuck, I'm really anxious right now. What is going on? And I understand not what happened, but I understand that when I was a little girl, Christmas and holidays were messy and chaotic and hurtful. And I don't know what. I don't know what happened, but I know that I now have the tools to go inward and be like, whoa, where's this chaos living? And it's living within me. And a lot of it is around the holidays. And again, there's so many things that I don't know, but I know how I feel. And it's unsafe and it's unworthy and I want to run. And I mean, this is in the past where I would drink a lot of vodka and I would turn to numb my body because I physically couldn't actually handle how it's like an overstimulation almost. Like, again, it's really hard for me to articulate this, but it's fight or flight. I want to run, I want to fight, or I want to freeze. And this is the first time in my life where I've ever been in a place where I'm like, okay, this is not something that is happening around me right now. These are feelings on the inside. And how can I connect with that little girl and those feelings and remind her that she is okay and that she is worthy and that she's not unsafe. And it's like, it's a feeling of unsafety. And probably there was many Christmases where I did not have safety as a little girl, right? So I'm just like really proud of myself of starting to understand what some of these sensations in my body are. And it's not my fault. It's not a wrongness. So also I took a 7-day detox from social media. So Christmas Eve, starting to understand some of these feelings and the anxieties around the holidays. And I'm noticing that I'm like scrolling through social media and comparing myself, like it's not doing good things for me. So Christmas Eve, I took Facebook and Instagram off my phone. I did make one very special post. Like I very intentionally came to my computer and I created the why I'm celebrating 2022, which was something I was really wanting to do, which it was amazing how fast that downloaded after like taking a break. And it was really lovely. It was really lovely to not look at anybody else's life for 7 days and to just be with me. So those are my big wins over the holiday. I don't understand it all yet, but I'm beginning to understand it. And it's very empowering and it's really supporting my heart and healing a lot too.
Beautiful. I have nothing to, I've decided I'm also not going to comment any coaching on any of your check-ins today. I'm just like being with you and sharing your wins. And yeah, so congratulations. Makes my heart happy.
Thank you for listening, everyone.
Very good. Way to go. Because Christmas can be very challenging. I know. I'll go next.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the whole holiday was a win. I actually really enjoyed myself. Christmas is a tough time for me as well, because I had a screwed up childhood too. So, but since we've changed our tradition, like it started years ago when it was just Gina and I at Christmas. So, we've kind of built our own traditions. And, we were talking about it over the holidays saying, it's really fun. I wouldn't want to go back to the old ways. We've started new things. Like I see you guys make sugar cookies and we do other, let me turn that off. Sorry. We do other similar things. So it's made it really fun. And I really enjoyed myself. I only cried a couple of times, which, for me over the holidays, it's a freaking miracle. So it was, I feel like the whole holiday was a win. I feel like joyful right now. Despite the beginning of the year gives me a lot of anxiety because, I'm definitely selling my house. My realtor, I'm calling him my realtor. And I'm again, it's me holding him back. He just sent me a text saying, "Can we plunk that for sale sign in?" And because I'm ready to go. I'm just trying to pick the date because now I'm living like, what if it sells right away? What do I do? And then of course I'm walking around morosely going, I love this little house. This house it's a great little house. And I'm like, shut up. So I'm having to talk myself off the ledge hourly. So, but it is happening. And a lot of things happen through the home, which is weird in Oklahoma because they're very religious. So it's kind of this underground subculture of weird people and gays, basically. So, and you go to this kind of random location because it is a weird culture in Oklahoma. Rather than they say, "What do you do?" They ask you, "Where do you go to church?" I think that's disturbing to me. So, and they have a lot of mega churches there, and I love church. So, but the mega church scene and just the way they're very judgmental. And so anyway, there's a subculture that Gina's a part of, being a Reiki person. So, has met all these really unique, cool people that I love, like weird people, because I'm one of them. So this woman, it's just a group reading and you write down your question and she covers herself in a blindfold and her husband or something walks around the room and collects these questions. So she never sees them. She makes a big point of covering her eyes with tape and then putting this big blindfold on. And then she picks these out of the bowl and she's tapping her head and all of a sudden, and Gina's been to her a number of times and nothing has come through. Well, my mom just passed and I wrote down, "Mom, are you okay? And should I sell my house?" All of a sudden it says, "Anybody connected with a spirit named Maureen?" That's my mom's name. And I'm like, "Yeah, me. Sell the damn house," she says. I kid you not. And you need to yes. And that's all she said. My mom was a mouse, right? And maybe she would have said more, but I'm sure some other spirit pushed her out of the way and said, "I want to talk to my kid." So that's all she said. And that was it. And I was like, wow. So yeah. So, we had a crappy relationship, in this plane, but in that one, I'm like, wow, thanks. Okay. So that is this big win I'm focusing on. So whether you're a believer or not, that was incredible, that because there's no way, because the bowl is, it's not like the husband goes out of the room, dumps the bowl right in front of her, you know what I mean? While she's blindfolded, she's tapping away and, the first thing come out of her mouth and she says, "Is there an Oneida here?" Now, where do you find a name like Oneida? And Oneida says, "Yeah," and, goes on with this big message from her loved one. It's like, wow, it was really incredible. So that changed my perspective a lot.
Yeah.
So I've been even talking to my mother more. So anyway, and then I was really inspired by Jade's posting on Facebook, is where she put her accomplishments for 2022. And it never occurred to me to do that. So all morning, I've been writing down my accomplishments. And because initially you think, well, I didn't do a damn thing this year. I just did my usual procrastination. And, but when you start writing down what you actually accomplished throughout the year, the list looks nice. So thank you, Jade. I appreciate that. And kudos to you for your good accomplishments in 2022. You made a lot of steps forward.
Love it.
And that's it for me.
Wow.
Yeah.
All I have to say is
Yeah.
wow. And if you don't
Yeah.
think that's a push in the right direction, you're never going to get another one, Allison. This is it. Push.
I know. That was it. So
Yeah.
I'm doing it. Yes.
Oh, amazing. Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah.
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 I don't know about anyone else because of Facebook, but Nikki also did a list of her accomplishments from 2022. So if you want to go look at hers was great too. Okay, who's next?
I'll go. So before I come on the call today, I went to our group and I posted my journaling from August, where I put why I'm grateful for all of you guys, for each of you. So I'm not going to read it to you. You guys can go read it if you want. And that was my big win, because I wanted to do it a long time ago and I just didn't. So that was my one win. For the holidays, well, I got to see my family. Christmas has always been a huge family thing. I love hanging out with my family. I got to see all my nieces and nephews who actually, they're adults, and they all took time out of their busy schedule to come and see me. So I know that I have an excellent relationship with them, and they made me part of their Christmas, which makes Auntie always happy. And last year my word was transformation. And I've been thinking about that. And yes, I transform myself into a person that I'm not going to ever change who I am for anybody. But I did transform myself into being unemployed at 50. So now I just got to see where 2023 goes.
Right.
So I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but it happened. I can't change it. But that's where I'm at.
Beautiful. I love it.
Yeah.
And yes, it is an amazing thing. And remember that transforming is a process that never ends. So you're still doing it. Oh, thank you, Suzanne. I can't wait to go and read that. So, all right, who's next?
Me
I-
too.
I
I
can-
can't wait.
I can go.
Yeah.
Sort of like what Suzanne said, Christmas, means family. And we certainly had lots of that. I think there was 12 or 14 of us all together for about 3 days. So yeah, it was just so great to, connect and hang out with everyone. Then I had a few memories, of course, of my own childhood and kind of how our Christmases were. And they were really good, except that the sad thing is I still remember some of them because my dad fought. And so, some of those were kind of, disturbed by that. Have a few worries within our family. But at the same time, got to meet somebody new, and Owen has a friend, so got to spend time with Betty Ann, which was awesome. And and then we got back, and I've been busy with company in the condo, having people over, and I had all my brothers here the one day, and then it ended up my brother Archie. It was his daughter who passed away in the fall. So then I had his ex-wife came, and my niece and my nephew. And it was, I don't know what the right word is. It just was good because we really talked about Leslie, my niece who passed, and had memories of her. And we just laughed, there was lots of laughter and whatever. And the next day, I received very nice texts from all of them saying how much they appreciated that they had been asked to come over, and that they felt it was really a good time for them as well to kind of talk about some of these things. So yeah, all told. Oh, and I was going to mention on Christmas Eve, Kim and I and her girls went to church in High River. So we got to have a
Nice.
visit with your mom, Heather.
Oh,
And it was
nice.
probably one of the nicest Christmas Eve services I think I've ever been to. Or maybe it was just the mood I was in, but it was yeah, it was really nice. So anyhow, yeah, the wins, just be family, and awesome time, awesome season, and still kind of connecting with people, because another friend here in the condo, she and I we're doing bubble bread tomorrow morning for the coffee group. So yeah, still kind of connecting and whatever. And as far as, yeah, my word for the new year, I'm not real sure, thinking
Nope.
about that yet.
Yeah.
That's okay. I'll guide you with that. So
Okay, so yeah,
perfect.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you.
My mom told me that she saw you guys.
yeah,
Mhm.
Yeah,
was
that's good.
Yeah, that was awesome. Yeah,
Okay.
Mom, thanks for sharing. It was a great holiday for sure. All right, Heather, go for it.
yeah.
Yeah, busy, crazy
Yeah.
time. Traveled in snowstorm to get to my family where 30 of us gathered. So that was a big, glad we went, but glad my husband is determined enough to keep driving, because the rest of us would have turned around. Came back and had Christmas Day with Craigside, and everything went really well, and we just had a good day. And then they have an annual alumni basketball tournament in Foremost, and so they did that after Christmas this year, New Year's weekend. So our 3 parties that we were to attend New Year's Eve did not happen because my husband played basketball and has done something to his knee. So we stayed on the couch for New Year's. Now we're just waiting for a call so he can go for an ultrasound and see what's happening, because he's still not putting weight on it. So yeah, hopefully it's not something long term, but we will see. I kind of have a win that could have been like I could have really lost it on this. And I guess my win is that I didn't. I had bought a package of tattoos, and I wanted to do it with my girls. And it's just, like the little kid ones where you put it on and it wears off eventually. And they all said gratitude, grateful or gratitude or something. And so it was part of their Christmas present. And my oldest was only here for 3 days. And so I kind of, the day they were leaving, they were packing up, and it was kind of rushed, and I couldn't find mine to start with because I tucked it away somewhere safe. And so when I finally found it, and they were an hour from walking out the door, I said, "Oh, I want to do this with you guys." Wow. My teenage grumbling. Oh, do we have to? And right away, my energy just went, oh, like I wanted this to be, something that we did together, and I want them to be grateful for each other. And I am obviously very grateful for all of them. And we don't see each other all the time anymore. And now they're on one end of the country to the other, literally. And so anyway, and then I'd asked Craig to come and take some pictures. So I'd have some pictures of this all happening. And he was dawdling and he didn't come down, and they all had theirs slapped on before he even got here. And it was just, oh, I left it. I just walked away. We took a picture with it, of course, Facebook perfect. I put it on Facebook, this picture of all of us with our tattoos, which really, every time I look at that now, I'm going to go, oh, that was so disappointing. My middle one was honest with me later that day. She says, I like the idea of these tattoos, and you're supposed to manifest your gratitude while you're doing it, and think, I understand the idea, but I think it's pretty personal. I don't think it's a group activity.
Oh.
Okay, fair. fair enough. Thank you for sharing that with me. You know, I said, I just am grateful for all of you, and I hope that you all are grateful for each other. And she said, yes, I know, Mom, I know. So I went and sat down and journaled for about a half an hour of all of those things, and just how your kids continue to teach you. You're not teaching your kids, they continue to teach you. So my win in all of that was that I journaled it out and let those feelings go. Obviously, I'm going to find out, but yeah, it was just, it was still okay. And I learned something in gratitude of it. Not what I thought I was doing. It was something else, right? So that was my win, turning what could have made me totally have a meltdown. Oh, yay.
So Heather sent me one. So I have it on.
Yeah.
So thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, thank you, Heather, for sharing. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
And you should be proud of yourself.
I'd send you all a tattoo, but it would say not my shit, not gratitude.
Please do.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Who's next?
Okay, I'll go ahead. I'm just enjoying all of you so much, and it's so nice to see all of you and hear about your Christmases. It seems like a long time since we've seen each other. I think my win would be I was just so at peace going into this holiday season that I just kind of went with the flow of you know, kind of how things went, because there's so many people that don't always work, and normally I try to see everyone. My brother couldn't come on Christmas and was coming Boxing Day, but I already had plans. So normally I would have been like, do I change my plans? And no, I just went with the flow of what kind of people's schedules. And I went skiing with my cousin a day at Banff. My son couldn't come, and normally I'd be like, you know, trying to juggle it all. And I just really, it was just so much peace just to go with the flow of what worked. And there was just so much freedom in just releasing all of the, you know, seeing all these people and all these days and baking all this stuff. And it was just, which is the true meaning of Christmas. So that was really, really nice just to go with the flow of what worked and to enjoy it. And my biggest win, I think, was Christmas Day. So my sisters and my mom and families were all together, and I had just taken a session just before Christmas on grief with Dr. Jody Carrington. And I haven't lost anybody recently, but of course we all know people who have. And so I took this session, and one of the messages was, you know, with Christmas coming, it's so important to say your loved ones' names and keep their memory alive. So at Christmas, I phoned my mom ahead of time and gave my sisters kind of a heads up. I said, how do you feel about all of us taking a turn lighting a candle for someone that we say we'd like to remember? And I said, no rules, like it could be someone alive, someone not alive, repeat names. And so there was, I think, 13 of us, including like teenagers and girlfriends, and so every age group. And we all did this before we sat down to eat, and it was just beautiful. And just the going a little deeper than, you know, just kind of regular conversation that we normally have. It was just really, really beautiful. And I really I think really a connecting way to, like, from ages teenager up to my mom who's 80. And so that was a lot of fun, and I really enjoyed that. So that would be, I would say, my win.
That's amazing. Oh, that's beautiful. Thank you for sharing that. Jade.
December was really hard for me. I don't know what else to say besides that. My oldest daughter is just struggling with her mental health, and she wrote a note to her friends that she doesn't want to be here anymore. I don't break very easy, but that I didn't know what to do. So that's how my dad passed away as well. So it's just like triple close to home. So yeah, I took an emergency leave from my company, which I've never done before. I just left every client hanging and just like messaged them, I'm out, I'm done. Which was scary, it's really scary to do, but like that's why I started my own company, right? So I could be there. And so I spent like, a good week and a half, 2 weeks, just like trying to get all the resources I could and, get as much support as I could. Yeah, it was just tough. My, her dad instantly, blamed me and stuff. So I had the police involved and social workers. And so that just doesn't feel good when you're already struggling to have someone on the outside saying the thoughts you're already saying on the inside. Just really is hard to get out of. Puts a lot of pressure on a new relationship with my partner, and yeah, it was just really hard. But the wins are, I actually do have a lot of wins. I did reach out to Kim and was honest that I wasn't okay, which is hard for me to do. And she just reminded me that, presence is my superpower. And I kind of forgotten that because I was so worried about what's going to happen tomorrow. Like, is Lily going to be there tomorrow or the next day, So Christmas Eve, I just kind of like did the 5-finger exercise and was like, presence starts right now. And that was able to ground me. So I actually really enjoyed Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. It was super present. I did be honest with them, like, I don't want the pressure. I don't want to be seeing everybody and pretending things are okay when they're not, things like that. So we actually got to stay in our matching pajamas all day. And, the kids were just really just happy. And I have seen a turn in Lily. So I got to really be present with her, over that whole 2.5 weeks and just really hear her and like what's going on and help her kind of reset. So that's a win. Yeah, the presence of that. And then, yeah, the post that I made that Alison was talking about was a huge win because same thing. I don't always look at everyone in this group knows I struggle with that, looking at anything that's good. So it was kind of a good turnaround to just realize how much has actually happened in 1 year. It's a lot. Yeah. And that's it. I'm here and I'm continuing on. None of my clients ran away and left, and business is still going to be okay and all the things. So yeah, it's just one day at a time from here. And yeah, so those are my wins, present and just 2023. My whole, I don't know what my word will be. I will learn that today, but just is to just continue to focus on creating the base routines and the base self-care for myself and my kids. So anyways, there you go.
Thank you. I applaud you for sharing. And I think I said I'm not doing coaching. I'm just doing applauding your wins because 6 months ago you would have never shared that in the group. And not that anyone has to, but right now you've already begun the healing when you can share, right? When you can release in a safe place. I know that each of you would have something to say to Jade right now, but we're not going to do that. Okay, but I just want, Jade, that you have all of our love and hugs and that we're all here for you, however that needs to look for you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. So my wins, I would say, were definitely, I think going with the flow also, really just trying to be present in the moment with everything. We were gone for a week. So my kids by the end were like, we want to see everyone, but we're also ready to go home, but we had a great time with both sides of our family. And I would say that I think my win is that I've just continued to step forward. And even though sometimes I don't feel like it, because we all hit that, it's not a depressive state. It's just you know, that tired blah state. And, you know, and then looking at a house, it's like, how the hell am I going to do all of this? Well, of course, in one day, the amount of stuff we got done was like, oh yeah, we're going to do this. Of course, we know that, right? So yeah, those are definitely my wins. So I want you to make sure that you have paper and pen handy so that at the end of the meditation, you are going to be writing down a few things. If you haven't watched our last coaching call, we had done a release of 2022. So feel free, if you haven't watched that one, to go back if you want to kind of release 2022 and also celebrate the wins from 2022. Today, we are looking forward to 2023. And a word is not a resolution. A word is something that when we read it, when we look at it, it inspires us and it puts no pressure on ourselves at all. Okay. So we're going to go into the meditation. I will take you through it. I want you to be kind to yourself. If the word doesn't come up, it's okay. It just means you'll have to listen to this again. So don't, you know, the more pressure you put, the more it's not going to happen. And be open, because it could be something that you were like, wow, I never thought that would come up. I didn't, you know, it might surprise you. So just be open. So you can get comfortable. And close your eyes. Take a deep breath in and out through your mouth. Just going to release some of the tension of the day, some of the tension from 2022. Let your shoulders drop as you breathe in, release. As you breathe out, release. We're just releasing everything. Now, as you relax, I want to see yourself stand and walk towards the door of the building that you are in. And as you put your hand on the door handle, it changes into a gate. Open the gate and step into a beautiful winter wonderland. This is the same place we came when we were releasing 2022. It's not cold out. The trees are glistening with snow. The feeling of awe and wonder fill your heart and your soul. Just sit with the feeling of magic all around you for a moment. You're going to look up into the sky and see the northern lights dancing. Greens, blues, purples. You can see the year 2023 light up in the sky. As you look at these beautiful northern lights, visualize what you want from 2023. What do you want to achieve? How do you want to feel? What do you want more of? What do you see yourself doing? dream. There is no fear, lack, or obstacles where you are. Your vision of 2023 can be whatever you want it to be. I encourage you to bring your hands to your heart center and focus on the feeling of love, compassion, and connection. Invite in the spirit of your own understanding, your life force, your guardian angels, your inner knowing. Ask for support in finding your word that is going to inspire you and offer direction and clarity. A word that is going to get you out of bed in the morning and get you juiced up. As you are connecting to your heart, to the earth and the spirit of your own understanding, just ask yourself again, where do I need to put my focus on this year? What am I wanting to create? Where do you want to put your energy? We know where we put our energy, it grows. What would have a positive impact on you, your business, your family, your relationships? What would bring you joy? What word would encompass all that you want to attract this year? What is a word that you will be able to remember easily and that is going to inspire you in 2023? Remembering that the word does not put pressure on you. Don't try to force it. You're going to allow. Stay in the divine feminine energy of ease and grace. And allow these next moments of pause for the word to come to you. Now, in your imagination, whether your word has come or not, you're going to look up into the sky again at the dancing northern lights. Put a smile on your face and on your heart. You're going to walk back to the gate. And as you put your hand on it, it turns back into the handle of the building in which you started. When you've settled back into your seat, become aware of where you're sitting. Take another deep, deep breath in and out. And when you open your eyes, you are going to write down if a word came to you. And then from that word, you can branch out, make a web, however you want, and just start writing down what that word means to you, how it's connected to how you want to feel and the things you want to do. If a specific word did not come for you, that's okay. Just start writing down all the words that did come, because it will help you to focus and find clarity on the word when it is time to do so. So when you are ready, you can open your eyes, write down your word, and then write words all around it to what that means. I'll give you about another 10 seconds just to kind of finish up. Okay, so of course, come back to this, keep writing if you need to, there's no rules. So I'll share mine, and then we will share. So this is what my paper kind of looks like. You can, there's a word. So my word is shine. And so the meaning of that for me is do it, be it, own it, visibility, shine and trust, power, be bright and bold, confidence, authenticity, courage, healing. The time is now, my way. So those are kind of what shine means to me. And so when I think of that, I literally can see my heart opening. I can see solar rays coming out. Like it's not just the word, but it's how it makes you feel too. All right. So Allison, do you have to leave at 1 o'clock?
Oh, no,
Okay.
I'm good.
Does anyone else have to leave right at 1 o'clock? Because you can go first if you do. I just know we'll probably go over a little bit. So, okay, well, who wants to share? I'm excited to hear what happened. And if nothing happened, it's okay.
Okay, I'll go ahead.
You go. Yeah.
So I was sure I had my word when I watched Miley Cyrus and Dolly Parton like bring in the new year. I was sure my word was unstoppable. Like I was sure.
Oh, that's a good word.
But then when I did this meditation, it wasn't unstoppable. That my word was flow.
Flow.
But
I like
my
that.
word was
I like that.
flow. And I think I said that word earlier today. And with flow, it was just acceptance of reality, of change, of what I can't control. And with that, another branch was feeling my true emotions, not avoiding difficult conversations, and open to new opportunities. And then trust went with my flow.
Love it. Love it. And you know, unstoppable can be part of your flow, because if you think of like water flows, right? But it's unstoppable. If it piles up, it's going to break through.
Right.
Okay, so that can still be part of your flow. Yeah, I think that is beautiful.
point.
Oh, I love it. And I just
Yeah.
want to say too that there are no rules here. So you might pick a word today and tomorrow you want a different one. In 2 months, you're going to pick a different one. It doesn't matter, right? Like if it inspires
Right.
you now, you go with it. If it's not inspiring you anymore, you find something else. So I love it. Perfect.
Thank you.
Thanks, Dodie. All right, who else? Allison?
Well, the word feels like it's on the tip of my tongue, but I was writing that, and I was really concentrating. Maybe I'm concentrating too hard, but last year my word was courage. And I feel like courage is still bubbling over from 2022 because, I'm a little slower than everyone else and, building the courage to do the things I need to do. And, but I wrote down different things like, strength and love. I want everything to be in this one word that means, overcoming my fear and anxiety, moving forward. I just don't know what that word is. That would encompass not just courage, because I think I did move forward a wee bit and I did take courage. And I feel like I had, but I don't know where to go with that. And I don't know if that's strength, but I'm not really feeling that word either. So I think I have to think about it a bit more and meditate on it. That's where I'm at.
Yeah.
Basically.
And that's totally fine, right?
Yeah.
I think that you
Yeah.
have the basis. So you can start with a few words, right? And just
Yeah.
kind of go with it. And
Yeah.
one day you might just look up and someone says something and you're like, oh my God, that's it. That's it.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, thank you.
Right.
Okay,
Susan.
I can go.
Okay.
I came up with the word openness and open to hope and joy, open to confidence and dealing with whatever, and open to listening. And those were kind of the three. Openness for each day, whatever it's going to be.
I love it. That's great, Mom. Yeah. Beautiful.
I can go. Okay. And I kind of, the words that were coming were all of those, peace and calm and love, and then it was just be. And I thought, just be, like 2 letters. And then it kept going, and it was, be the light, be, and be clear, share. But kind of at the got to the real quiet where we were just quiet. Surrender is what came. And so surrender to the light, surrender to calm, to peace, to love, less schedule, more adventure. Yeah, those were the everything that was rolling around. But I think the base then is surrender with all those words around it.
Nice. Love it. Love it. Just makes me so happy when people, find these things. Who's next?
I'll go.
Okay.
So Heather, yeah, yours gave me goosebumps. Like even just the word be for you, I think is super powerful. Which be and surrender are so in unison together, right? Okay, so today, my word is courage. So I'm in this other membership program right now, you guys, and we're on a 9-month, journey, and we're connecting with our medicine wheel, and each direction on your medicine wheel, there's a different power animal. That's just like part of who you are. So we just finished in December calling in our warrior animal, and my warrior animal is a bear. And I have had the coolest connection with this bear. So that comes from the east, your warrior animal comes from the east. And my medicine wheel is at our land. And this bear walks right to me, coming from the east, right down the path, and walks around me. So every Saturday we connect in that community, and we go into meditation together. And so my bear, my animal from the east, walked right up to me, and on his back was the word courage. And it was interesting how it showed up, because yes, a bear has lots of strength, and I can see it like standing on its hind legs with its chest out, and it is like fucking strong. But then I could see visions of the bear sleeping. It was all like cozied up and resting. And I was like, okay, so this is good for me, because it's not just like balls to the wall, be courage, be strong, be a bear all the time, because that's very masculine, and that's not fun for me all the time. But it's like the other side of that is also to rest and recover. And yeah, and I really think I actually don't really know how to put it into words, but it's just like the courage is part of my medicine, or just showing up is part of my medicine. I don't know. I don't quite know how to put it into words yet, but anyways, I'm happy with the word courage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think it's courage to listen to what your body and your intuition is telling you, and listen to it and take action. That takes courage.
Nice. Okay, good. Courage to listen. Yeah.
Beautiful. Oh, that's great. Thank you, Nikki.
Okay, so I think I'm going to pick the word growth. And when I think of that, it's like adventures and a job and helping and giving and volunteering and journaling and happiness, peace, being needed, learning, and a schedule, which is all the stuff that I had before I quit my job. So really, I guess I need to get a job, which is growth. Person as soon as I get that.
The right job.
That's the word I'm going to pick, is growth.
Love it. Love
Till
it.
next week.
That's right. Exactly. Yeah, that's great. Oh, thanks, Suzanne.
This meditation was super powerful for me, which is really cool. The word grounded came for me, and I don't know why, but I just kind of like walked through the gate, and I just like suddenly pictured like Nikki's forest that she's always in. I was there, and I had this weird feeling that Nikki was there, but I couldn't quite see her, which is kind of weird. But I don't know, I just kind of pictured like a really strong angel, like coming up from the ground, like still covered in dirt, but like beautiful wings and just kind of like firmly grounded, but has the wings and is still like can still fly, but it's just like so grounded. So yeah, the words firm came for me, angel, rooting, earthing, and just like quiet, calm power. So that's what came up for me. And yeah, it was just like a really powerful visual. I don't usually get a lot of visuals from these. I just get a lot of words because I'm very like word orientated, but that's just what I pictured. And I think that's why I fear like basic habits and foundation and things, because I want to fly and be, you know, do those things. So just that image was just really, yeah, really powerful. So
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
think that, you know, we can fly and soar as long as we know how to ground ourselves when it's time to land, right? We can't stay up high all the time. So it's just having, yeah, you can be doing that at the same time. So, oh, I'm so excited that you got those visuals. That's awesome.
And you know what? I'm always drawn to water. That's my thing. But at that event that I went to with you, Cam, when I pulled the card with Candace, it had said I need to surround myself with more earth, like
Mhm.
earth elements. And I was like, oh, so I created a little shelf in my room to put earth stuff there, but haven't actually moved forward with it. But so that came up like 2 months ago that it was time for me to earth. So interesting.
Yeah, yeah, for sure, for sure. Oh, you guys make me so happy. That's so great. I'm not sure if I'm frozen. Some of you are, some of you aren't. I know my internet is bad today. That will be one bonus of living in town. I'm hoping that I will have better internet. So yeah. So grateful for all of you. That was just amazing. So I encourage you to take your word and do something with it. Either you can put it on a sticky note, like it doesn't have to be anything crazy. You can go to Canva and make a pretty poster. You know, write it down in your journal every single day at the top of the page, because every day it's going to have a different meaning, but we want to ingrain it within us as while it has impact. When the impact is lessened, then you can pick a different word. But, you know, we're not just taking this. Now you're going to use that word to help you to move forward. So, so yeah, so grateful. Oh,
Okay.
Oh, I said to go to Canva. Dodie, do you ever use Canva?
Oh.
Like CANVA?
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's where
Thank
we
you.
go to make all of our PDFs and all our stuff. So anyway.
Thank you.
It was amazing.
Awesome.
Even my girls, like even over the holiday break, like I showed Lila and Winter how to create on Canva, and now it's like one of their favorite things to do. Like, oh mom, we go create on Canva. They make each other things, and it's like a creative person's literally dream in Canva.
Yeah.
Cool.
Totally.
How can I get paid for playing on Canva, you guys?
It's so awesome. All right.
So
Well,
good.
happy New Year to all of you. Sending you joy and love always. And I feel like I apologize because today I was going to look this up. Just give me 1 second. Just give me one moment here. Okay, so tomorrow is our monthly alignment session, which is in the Facebook group where I'll pick the cards for the year. I'll be live. I'll be live in Facebook at 12 o'clock tomorrow. And I don't know why I don't have the energy reset. I will get that to you when I send out the email, but energy reset will be the week of the 16th, I think, but I'll get back to you on that one. But yeah, tomorrow will be our January alignment, where I will pull cards and give you your journal prompts and affirmations for the month. So if you can be there live, awesome. And if not, the replay will be there. So have an amazing week, and I'll maybe see you tomorrow. And if not, I will see you next Tuesday.
Everybody.
All right.
Awesome.
Take care.
Thanks so
everybody.
much.
Everybody.
That was so
Happy
much
New Year.
fun.
It was good. Thank you.
Bye, everyone.
I